Finding the right lender partner can be a complete game changer for your real estate business. Let's face it, if the buyer doesn't get financing, in most cases, the deal dies. Nobody gets paid, and you're oftentimes left with an unhappy buyer. Working with the wrong lender can be bad for you and your business in many different ways. You can be left with unhappy clients, deals that fall apart, and many negative things that impact your business and your brand. So be careful who you recommend. In this video, I'm going to go over some key traits to look for when partnering with your next lender partner. So we all get the phone calls. If you're a new real estate agent, or even if you're an experienced real estate agent, you probably get calls from loan officers and lenders every single week. But how do you know which ones to work with and which ones to avoid completely? Let's dive into some of the key things that I look for when I hire and I interview lender partners. The very first one is strong follow-up skills. So me and my team, we work a lot with online leads, even referrals. If I send a lead or a person to a lender, I expect that lender to follow up with them. One of the biggest problems I've found with lenders, in most cases the experienced lenders, is that when you send them a lead, they'll call that lead one time, and if the person doesn't pick up, they just stop calling the lead altogether and they wait for that person to call back. It's a very passive approach to real estate, and it is a big concern for me because let's face it, as a real estate agent, we're on the phone every single day prospecting to get new clients in the door, and if the lender is only putting one call in and that's the amount of effort that they're putting towards your leads, that's a big red flag. Because let's face it, most clients that we send to lenders, we've already talked to them, we've already established that they wanted to buy, and they're interested. There's an interest level that they want to speak to a lender and get pre-approved and buy their dream home in most cases. So if the lender can only call that person one time before they throw the lead in the trash, that's a huge red flag. You're putting all this time and effort in, you're getting hung up on every single day, and then the lender is only going to call the lead one time. That's a big red flag, and if you find that yourself, be very careful of working with that lender in the future. Number two, I look for problem solvers. So in real estate, as you know, if you're a brand new agent, maybe you don't know yet, but a lot of deals have the potential to fall apart. It seems like every other deal, something happens or something comes up where a problem needs to be solved. Now, you want lender partners on your team that have the ability to fix those problems. You want problem solvers, you want thinkers, you want people that are gonna, put the effort into the deal to make sure that it works. So I'll give you an example. I've had a couple deals with lenders where, we were halfway through the deal, the buyer paid for their home inspection, they paid for the appraisal, and then the commitment date was coming up. And the lender calls me up and says, hey, this isn't gonna work out. Well, that's not fair to the buyer because they invested a lot of money in the deal. And let's be honest, some deals don't work out, but you want a lender that is gonna put 110% into the deal for you and your client. As the agent, you put a lot of work in. As the client, you put a lot of investment into the deal. And you want someone that's gonna go the extra mile for you and your client to make sure the deal closes. And in many cases, the deal can close. So in those situations where that's come up, as a last ditch effort, I basically take the client and we go shopping. I call all my lender people, all my partners, all the people I know in the lending business, and I bounce the deal off of them. And guess what? In most cases, somebody picks that deal up and takes it to the finish line. So in most cases, the deal can get done. Not all cases, keep that in mind. So you don't want to be unreasonable with your lender partners. But you want to get somebody involved in your business, someone that you can refer clients to, that's going to solve problems and get these challenging deals to the finish line. Because those deals that close, when everybody tells them no and you make this happen for them, they're going to be the biggest referral source that you can possibly find. Number three, this is strong communication skills. So lenders, when we send a client to a lender, they're very nervous. They have a million questions. They want to know what to expect. They want things explained to them. So find a lender that has the ability to explain things in a clear but easy to digest way. This is super important because you want your client to feel comfortable. You want them to be comfortable in the buying process. You want to make sure that they fully understand everything about the financing that they're about to do. Because the last thing you want is halfway through a deal for the client to call you complaining about the lender that you referred them to. That's no good for you, that's no good for the lender, and that's no good for the client. So make sure that you find a lender that has good communication skills with both you and the client. They should be updating you just like they're updating the client, so you know what to do. If you need an extension done on the deal, you can go ahead and get that drafted up. You need strong communication skills with your lender. Number 4, you need a team player. So even if you don't have a team, say you're a solo real estate agent, you need someone that's going to be on your team. You need someone that's going to call you up, one day of the month and say, hey, Chris, how's everything going? What can we do to go generate some business? How can I help you with your business? What can I be doing to help you? In some cases, some lender partners will even send you clients back. I've had lender partners call me and say, hey, Chris, I got this person that came into the office. We just got them pre-qualified and they need an agent. And I know you're gonna take care of them. So here you go. Here's a client, here's a lead, run with it. Call me when the house is under contract. That's an amazing thing. That's a team player. That's someone that's invested in your success, that wants to see you win and that wants to win as a team. So many lenders just want to play wide receiver. They don't want to play quarterback. They don't want to throw you the ball. They just want to catch the ball that you throw them. And be very careful of these people because, I understand a lot of lenders will always say that, as a real estate agent, you're at the front of the deal, we're at the back end of the deal. So for us to send you somebody is much less likely than for you to send somebody to us. And that's true. Keep that in mind. You're probably going to send a lot more deals to your lender partner than they send to you. But just acknowledge or just watch their behavior and see if they're trying to help you win. Even if it's one deal and you send them 15, they're making an effort to help you win. And that's the kind of behavior that you want to see. You want someone that's invested in your success, just like you're invested in their success. Last, but certainly not least, this is hiring somebody that is professional. Buyers want to work with professionals, especially if you're dealing with affluent clients. They don't want somebody that's unprofessional, somebody that doesn't have accountability, someone that doesn't follow up, somebody that doesn't know what they're doing. Buyers don't want to deal with this. This is a really stressful time for clients. Remember back to when you bought your house and say you weren't a real estate agent at that time. We do this every day now, so it's just second nature. But to most people, this is one of the most stressful times in their life. They're buying one of the biggest assets that they buy. So they don't want that, muddied up, and they don't want any more stress than they need. So make sure that whoever you're referring your clients to is highly professional and is a reflection of you. So when you send a client to a lender, you want that client to feel like they're going to an extension of you, just as professional, just as well dressed, just as well spoken, just as ethical. You want somebody that is going to take the ball and help the client feel comfortable. Because let's face it, if the client doesn't feel comfortable, they're probably not going to buy. And even if they do buy, they're going to have a really bad experience and they're never going to send you referrals. And they're never going to send that lender partner referrals. And I'll take it one step further. If the lender partner really messes things up, they're going to be upset with you as the agent for referring that partner to them. So be super careful about who you recommend. Make sure that they're highly ethical and highly professional. All right, so I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope that it helps you when you get that phone call of, hey, do you want to go meet for coffee? You know what things to look for. if you go take that coffee date from the lender and, it's just not sitting there without any substance, you can look for these key things. You can look for these traits before you decide to work with somebody, before you decide to send your clients to somebody. So I hope this video helps you out with that process. And if you like real estate videos, personal finance videos, or videos on entrepreneurship, definitely subscribe to this channel. I have content coming out on a weekly basis to help you become the best possible version of yourself. So definitely hit the like button if you like this video, subscribe, and smash that notification bell. Thanks so much. Have an awesome day.